Father, please take full control.
Good afternoon, dear viewer. Welcome to BEA-M Media. My name is Somebody Alex, and this is your show, Saint Pedagogy. But today, because it's a great day, we're celebrating the Ash Wednesday, but today also we're celebrating Saint Chad. And a little bit more about Saint Chad. One of his famous quotes captured right from the Bible is that for everyone who makes himself great will be humbled, and everyone who humbles himself will be made great. That's one of the great quote I can say right from the Bible, just from this St. Luke chapter 14 verse 11, which usually St. Chad liked a lot to quote in his ministry and in his apostolate. Today we are having a very great day in the church. We're celebrating Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday marking the starting point of Lenten season, the season which we are starting right from here today, continuing up to the 40th day when we're gonna finish it. So we have a lot of themes, we have a lot of topics which we're gonna explore, more especially during this time. And if one can ask what are the three major themes of Lent, more especially we usually each and every year we usually have this moment to be with God, more especially to celebrate this Lenten season. So what are the three themes of Lenten season, the season which we have started officially today by the marking of the ash on our foreheads? We have three major themes which we have to embrace as Christians and as Catholics. The first theme which I'd like us to have a look at or to introspect is the theme of prayer, because this is the time when we sink deep into intense prayer during this time. And the prayer, we encourage to pray more especially during this time, and know that this is the time also of our salvation. And also we have another theme which we have looking at is the theme of fasting. Sometimes this is the time we humble ourselves when it comes to food and loving others, and also sacrificing for the good of others as well. So this is the time of fasting, this is the time of prayer. And also another theme which we embrace during this time of the church is the almsgiving. During Lent, we must think about giving more to those who are in need. Actually, we can give money to charities, you give old clothes, and make also other sacrifices, also others to share this love of God all over the world. So these are the three major themes which we have during this time, having the theme of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, among many more other themes. Actually, and what are the 40 days of Lent, especially in this year 2022? What are the 40 days? Actually, this year Lent takes place from Wednesday, today being the 2nd of March, Wednesday, to Thursday, April 14th, the year 2022, while Easter takes place on Sunday, actually April 16th. That's when we come to the climax of this season of the church, the season of Lent. And if you want to follow even more Christian tradition, check out most creative things to give during this time when the Lord has blessed you with the one or two things you have to share with others during this time of prayer, this time of almsgiving. And what does the Lent season represent? Sometimes we usually celebrate this season, but we don't know what it represents. So millions of people do this during Lent as a sign of sacrifice and to test their self-disciplines, because it's about discipline. And the Christians believe that this is to represent Jesus Christ's sacrifice when he went into the desert to pray and fast for 40 days before later dying on the cross. So it's the moment of sacrifice when we have to have all this time to pray and also to deny ourselves, especially when it comes to food discipline. And what are the three pillars of Lenten season? So one of the questions which we have to have a look at, especially during this time, as we have captured up there, especially on the three themes of Lenten season. Also, there's the same as the pillars of Lenten season, as we talked about prayer, we talked about fasting and almsgiving. Well, the practice of fasting during Lent is widely known and observed. Not many people are keen to add to their daily prayer regime, their daily prayers. So these are the three major pillars of Lenten season, which makes us strong as Christians, which makes us strong as Catholics, and which makes us strong as people of God. So we have to embrace these three main pillars. That's prayer, fasting, and alms giving. Also, one of the questions which people also keep on asking during this time of Lenten season, that what is alms? What's almsgiving? Lent, actually, sometimes we have this practice of assisting others. The Lenten call to almsgiving means making the needs of other people our own, actually being there for others, and actually getting to that shoes of others, especially those who don't have food during this time. We take this chance also to share with them what we have. Those who don't have that better shelter, we take this chance also to share with them. We can buy them iron sheet, we can build them the shed where they can be able to be sleeping and staying. So this is the time we have to also look to the needs of others as well, as Christians and as people of God. We have to be open to this time, and also we have to do it from this in sincerity of heart. And what are the, actually, we have looked on that, and what are the three pillars of Lent? That one we have a look at it. And what are the themes of Lent during this time? Can you get also one of the questions which people will keep on asking right here, if I can see on our social media platforms, is what to give up for Lent. This is one of the also questions which people keeping on asking on our social media platforms, and it's good if we can share it together. So what to give up for Lent? Actually, this is the season which we are supposed to embrace what the church teaches us. Especially, we know that some of us, we like meat so much, and especially choma, we like it so much. But during this time, the days which we're not supposed to go for this, so we are supposed to actually to sacrifice ourselves, especially during this time. Not that people to see that we're sacrificing, but we just sacrifice for the good of the gospel, for the good of the work, for the good of the word of the Lord. And also we have to also to abandon, to do away with meeting the obligation, the days of obligation. And also we have to do away with alcohol. If we are too much love of it as human beings, we have to avoid it during this time and assist others as well. And also the time of gossip as well. Human beings, we like gossiping a lot, but this is the time we're supposed to abandon all those things which we are actually attached in, and to get this time to pray. And what is the spiritual meaning of Lent? Also, it's a good question which I can see right here on our social media platforms, that what is the spiritual meaning of Lent? Beginning of Ash Wednesday, the day being today on 2nd March, Lent is a season of reflection and preparation for the celebrations of Easter. So it comes as the preparation for Easter. Those great the celebration towards the end of this Lenten season. There's the preparation towards that great season also of the church, the Eastertide. And by observing the 40 days of Lent, Christians replicate Jesus Christ's sacrifice and withdrawal into the desert for 40 days to pray. And Lent is marked by fasting both from food and festivities. So this is not the time to jubilate, and that's why even the church, we in the liturgy of the church, we don't our singing is not supposed to be that much jubilating, but it will come towards the end of it all during the Eastertide. That's when we're gonna start jubilating, singing the songs in the church which are actually for jubilating. And for this time as well, it is the time of just getting ourselves into deep reflections as we have had. And this is the time we are supposed to be very close to God, especially when it comes to prayer and also a deep reflection and meditation. And also one of the questions that I can have a look at here is, what is the mood of Lent? Because Lent is another period of the church which has the mood of its own. It is a time of somber reflection, fasting, and spiritual preparation to commemorate the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So this is not the time to be happy, especially in our singing. We don't have a lot of drumming. We lessen our drumming as well, and also be able to see how we can be able to understand what this season means to us as Christians. And also, we have a lot of questions coming up, especially during this time of Lenten season, and I believe that we shall be discussing them each and every day right from here, BEA-M Media, and I believe that we want to get something out of this period. So, brothers and sisters, wherever you're watching from, this is BEA-M Media, and in a very special way, I would like to invite you to start this 40 days journey, the journey of reflection, the journey of preparation towards Easter, and the journey of prayer, and the journey of Almsgiving, assisting your neighbor who's in need, who most need you during this time. My name is Alex. I wish you well as you start this Lenten season, and may God bless you. May God bless you.